Welcome to the morning of day 2. Things didn't go quite as planned last night. I got to the campsite and found I couldn't find or contact the owners. I tried phoning them, I tried knocking on all the doors. Nobody was in, so maybe I arrived too late for them. But I was faced with two options then. I could either walk all night, which I wasn't going to do, or I could pitch up in the woods here, which I did. I found a water tap not too far back that way, and yeah, my first ever wild camp. It's actually been fine. It was a bit noisy tonight with animals and things following my trail and approaching, but no trouble. No one spotted me apart from the runner just now, who just went past, so I filmed this. Yeah, it's been a good experience. Didn't sleep too well, but that's the standard for me with camping. I'll give you a brief tour of my tent. So it's the Lux Hex Peak V4A. This is probably the best I've ever pitched in. It normally sags and droops. If you can see inside here, it's actually quite dark. So I've got a nature hike pillow, which I recommend. This is my £30 Amazon sleeping mat, which is the inflatable one, very similar to the Alp Kit Cloud Base. And brand new this week, I bought myself an Alp Kit Cloud Cover Duvet, which you probably can't see too well. It's 400 grams lighter than my sleeping bag, and it's about 30% smaller in pack size. So it's a good purchase so far. I'm just going to pack up now and get some breakfast on the go, and then slowly start my day's walking, which is going to be less than 19 miles like now, which is quite a good thing to know. It's probably going to be 15, 16 miles. I'll speak to you later on. I'm just detouring from the trail briefly towards the village of, I think it's South Harting. I'm going to try and use the public loos here. I'm really impressed so far with the general quality of the way marking and the signposting on this trail, because not only does it show you the way, which is obviously really helpful, but each sign tells you whether it's a walkers only path or if cyclists can use it, horse riders, if it's a byway. There's a lot of information on these signs. And only once so far near Winchester did I see cyclists on the walkers only path, so it's not been a bad thing. Whereas on the Ridgeway last year, the way marking was pretty good, but it wasn't quite as informative. It's also really easy to just switch off and walk for miles at a time without having to navigate too much. You can just keep going to reach a road or a farm or something, and then check your location quite easily on the map. It's nice doing this because there must be some long distance paths out there that aren't as well signed as this one. It's obviously a very popular route in a nice area that's the trails maintained and everything. I definitely recommend walking this one. Currently walking around Beacon Hill, which is up here. It's quite a steep climb from this western side. When I get to the eastern side, I'm going to double back on myself and bag the trig point. This is going to be my halfway point on the original 19-mile route for today. Because I'm ahead of myself, though, I've made good progress so far, and I've only got about 10k to go, which just means I'll be at the campsite by mid-afternoon. It's been quite an overcast day, which I'm quite thankful for. A bit of a cool breeze to keep me going, and yeah, another nice day for walking. Trail shoes on this walk because I believe that the freedom they give you around the ankles is ideal, whereas boots can be ideal for situations where the terrain is quite challenging and lumpy or uneven, and here it's just quite flat but occasionally hard, so I'm feeling it a bit in my heels as well, which is not uncommon. I had the same thing on the Ridgeway last year. What I've done is I'm wearing 2 layers of socks. I've got some thin socks on the outside and some thin liner socks inside. That helps to reduce the friction. I've also got some zinc oxide tape or Steroplast on my heels underneath the socks. That again helps, but it's still feeling quite warm. But normally I find it prevents blisters this way. This is where I leave the trail for day 2. I'm going to head down now into Hayshot down there somewhere. I've got a pitch booked at the campsite. It was only going to let you know tomorrow. And from tomorrow my walk continues along the South Downs Way, not the Ridgeway, in that direction. Thanks again for watching. If I don't speak to you again this evening, and I'll see you on day 3. I've just been to Manor Farm in Hayshot, which is where I thought I was going, and it's marked on the Harvey's map, the only Manor Farm on the Harvey's map nearby, and I couldn't see signs for a campsite, so I phoned the owner, whose number I had luckily, and I booked with them, and she was a bit confused at first, and so was I. I suddenly realised that I was at the wrong manor farm, and the manor farm I booked into with the campsite was back by the water tap, which I passed 45 minutes ago. So I'm now backtracking along a lower lying path beneath the downs, trying to make up for lost time and finally get to my pitch for this evening. Glad I can laugh about this. It's actually just starting to rain very lightly as well. There's a 10% chance of rain at 5 o'clock, and it's now, well, it's 10 past 4. So yeah, hopefully sometime this evening I'll be pitched up, showered and settling down for the night, ready for another long day tomorrow. The good news tomorrow is I'm staying in a caravan camping site. It's going to be very hard to get that one wrong, in a place called Washington, so hopefully I don't cross the Atlantic to get that far. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. We'll see what day 3 brings.